Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Okami. Hello everybody, ALLOS here, also known as Sketching Creations, and today we're here to start a new series, Okami, the HD port. Now this is a game right here. Now to briefly explain my history with this game, I first learned of it from it's playing demos. Let me just go in the menu. So to briefly explain my history with this game, I first learned of this game through Chugga Conroy, with his playthrough way back in the olden days of YouTube, back when it was barely escaped the 11-minute time limit. I thought it was a cool game, and I've always thought it was interesting. Stop that. Go in the options. I've always thought it was cool. I've always been interested in it, and also I made some models based off of the game. I also played its sequel on the DS, Okami Den. Now, while I won't be able to play Okami Den for you guys, because I don't have a way to capture DS footage, I will be playing Okami for you. But stop. Seriously. You leave me alone with going here. So while I won't be able to play its sequel for you, I will play Okami, the original. This game is cool. And also, though, it's a minor warning for y'all. So the younger folks in me are not be watching my videos. There is a bit of mature humor and imagery in this game, a little bit, a little bit of, congaderos on full display, if you get what I'm saying. So, if your parents are watching you watch whatever you watch online, maybe be wary of that. It happens at a few points in the game. There's a few moments like that. Anyway, this is a cool game right here. It's all based around Japanese mythology. I've wanted to try it out for a while, and I got it on Steam sale a while back. Got a very good deal, so why not? Now, also, some extra context, I actually have the Wii version of Okami. However, I never got out of the intro of the game because I sucked at learning the combat controls. So hopefully this time on the PC, it'll go better. And just in case, I do have my Xbox controller right here, in case keyboard and mouse don't do it for me. Also, I did launch this game already once to set my settings correctly, and I keep trying to press ZXC to control the menus, so I'm still in Undertale mode. I remember the last time I played a game like this, it's on mouse keyboard, not coming Half-Life. Right, is that all that's said and done? Let's get right into it. Also, this episode's presented in glorious HD, so you can enjoy the intro as much as you can. As to whether or not, I'm not sure how the video will come out when it's not set to HD later on, but we'll see with episode 2. Shut up, demo. Opening movie. That is like no time at all for that start. It's copyright 2006. Right. Let's get going. Okami. There's a lot of things to talk about in this game, but for now, let's get to the intro. Nice little loading screen. Now loading. Story, Hideki Kamiya. What a story you wrote, man. Oh, is this the same story you just got from the game load? Now, long ago, I can control this now, a tiny hamlet known as Gamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. Well, it's funny to play this around the same time doing Tears of Kingdom clips with, cherry blossom trees and the Orochiam shrine. More on it later. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. So you can imagine I have a bit of a personal connection with this game for there being about white wolves. Those of you who now know. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the Beast Cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelt outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt forward toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. as Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening. A gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With his last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukiyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Of course, it's unrealistic. However, it is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years have passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Going into the moon cave is where the battle took place, and there's a sword. Is this the legendary sword? It is Tsukiyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. You done screwed up now. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Which right, Sakya? How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. The Frisbee of Power. Okami Amaterasu. I know it's not how you're supposed to pronounce it, but I prefer saying Amaterasu. It's like Amaterasu or something. It's part of the name you don't pronounce. You're not supposed to pronounce part of the name, but yeah. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. It's something so confusing to me how Shiranui just turns to Amaterasu and like nobody questions it. There's probably a reason for it that I don't know. How delightful to see that the Savior, whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago, has not changed one bit. Also, there is that ambiguous bit on the back of her robe right there. It could be a peach pattern, or it could be something else. Not quite sure on that. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent at the statue brings happiness to my heart. So did Shiranui's soul possess the statue after the villagers erected it? Aw, Wolfie. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, which I believe is just a Japanese name for Japan, or something like that. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please, use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Shrug his head, and I'll say it too. It sounds like he's being possessed right there. Anyways. First boob joke. Phew, what on earth? You again. Wow, are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. Like, the scroll speed of this text is a little weird to me. That's what Ami is mad. I'm a wandering artist. Name's Isun. Wandering artist, Isun. I show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Where were you keeping that? Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? Yeah, I've seen better things on the internet. What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui, which isn't here anymore. Chomp. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You're messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Dekamaru, against you. Was that your sword grumbling, or was that just your stomach? Nope, it's just Satan being pissed off again. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great god Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees returned to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored, excuse me. It's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap in someone's cleavage. And now we get control here. No camera control, just player control, so right. So we have both WASD and arrow keys, okay. Spacebar to jump. Can't do camera control right now. Examine? No, examine the fruit. That fruit sure is growing in a high place. The only way we're gonna reach that is with some kind of special power. Can I also examine with... No, it's attack. So left mouse button is attack. Right mouse button is dig. We're a doggo, we can dig. Dig, 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 dig. I assure you, that does have a purpose later on. I mean, if we were a dog and we dig, if there was a purpose to that, there would be sacrilege, probably. Anyways, going with the inexplicable glowing portal that nobody explained up to this point. Woo! Is there like a minigame in this? I think it's... Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. Oh, I can speed the text. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the mouse to look around. Oh yeah. See, it changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure gonna be okay? I'm sure I'll learn into it. Okay, so... It's like the mouse camera controls inverted. Looks like it. If I didn't change camera controls yet, I can see what it's like. So it's inverted. C. Okay, it's zoomed out. It's zoomed in. Just There's 2 camera modes. It's like Mario 64 or something. Okay. Maybe I should invert camera control. Let's see here. I can't use mouse in the pause menu. Camera control, invert Y or X, or Y and X axis. Yeah, there we go. Enter. Keep pressing Z to try to confirm things. And so, yeah, that's better. That's more like it. Alright then. Oh boy. That sure is flowy. At least the mouse speed is good, though. At least we'll check it more later. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. You have to save point. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Did you say that in the original game? Oh, just to clarify, this game was originally on the PlayStation 2, I think, and the Wii. They reported PC. So I wonder if you said that about multiple save files in the original. So we came from the Stone Gate. So we tackle in midair, get maple leaves. And so save. How many save slots do we get? I see 6, 8. Oh, it's slow scrolling. There we go. 30. 30 save slots, okay. Save here. River of the Heavens. Been playing for 22 minutes. Okay. Also, just a little warning right here. This game includes permanently missable collectibles. And the save file thing here might help with that. But just in case, I think I'm gonna look up a guide to make sure I don't miss anything. Because I want to try and get 100%. And some parts of doing that might be actual, like, literal hell. But, well, you live and learn. In for a penny, in for a pound. That's right. Can you dash? Nope. Interrupted by tutorial. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. You bust them, there might be something good inside. Press the mouse button, bust them in your head. Now it's good old Zelda. Hey, cha! I missed. Good shot. Ready to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you want to break. Hey, got yen. It's a currency. Yeah, we're in Japan, right? We get yen for its currency here. Break all the pots. Ready for an inner link. Nice. So, can I sprint right now, or is that a thing later? I don't remember. Well, I don't know. I'm not for sure. These like Hyrule Warriors, you just sprint after a while of walking. Whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press space to jump. Then press space again to do a wall jump. Oh, we can do that, yeah. But make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. Yeah, I don't remember this. Hup. I knew you could do it. Just like good luck is found in high places. So keep your eyes peeled. You don't want to miss any treasure. Nice. Now, how do you open a chest? You tackle it. Doink. You obtained Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. The solar energy is your health. And of course, you're a dog, so you eat bones to restore your health. Do I know that feeling? You know, being a dog, having been a dog owner. Ceramic horse. Can I break this? I can. Did I have any money in it? No. I just broke art for no reason. I gotta reach the depth perception here. Oh, I left behind money. Give me that. You're gonna need a lot of money in this game for certain things later on, apart from shops. Did I say solar units of your health? I forget. I'll say it again just in case. Solar units of your health, your HP. Is uh-oh. Looks like the bridge is out. It shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kinda long. Mind if I call you Ami? I call her that too. Listen, Ami, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. Picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Yeah. Show, don't tell. So he scribbles over the missing space in the bridge, and it's fixed. Nice, huh? This is a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. In fact, it's really hard just to master this one technique. It's the game's definition of missing things gets kind of weird later on in the sequel too. But there are 13. Each one is the power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods, just like regeneration. I mean, what? The gods now deal with objects all around us, but God or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? But it's gotta apply themselves to you soon. That's all there is to it. Are you leaving a trail of ink behind us? That's neat. I didn't know that happened. Oh, Eastern wants us to read this. River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens? You mean the fabled Stardust River? I sure don't see anything like that around here. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? The ones that scared by my text box? There sure is some water right here. We can doggy paddle. We're also in the ground a little bit right now. Also, Chugga said himself, and I'll say as well, art direction is very nice in this game. Especially nice now that we're in HD. Anyway, so I'm going to reference Chugga's playthrough and the sequel now and then throughout his playthrough. Okay, you're just repeating yourself. Okay, alright then. Go up here. Little hilltop. What could be up here? Okay, that was weird. Okay, hold on, that was weird. The game froze for a second. Okay, so, sorry. Are we back now? The game froze for a second there. Alright, that was weird. Anyways. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. I can't see up this text. Hey look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Draw a dot. Nope. Just turn it to a leaf. Bah. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press control to hold the brush and mouse to draw. I sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Let's see here. Our brush is our tail, by the way. It's neato. And use boink. It's that simple. That's save game simple. It looks a dragon. Why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. He's a cool Eastern dragon, holding orbs of color. He's going through a scroll there, which is neat. You can see his body continues on the scroll. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. If I get a spirit that's split apart into the brush gods with Shiranui, I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dry riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. And here we get our first brush ability. Brush technique. Wow, that was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? So now do we have access to brush? How else do we have access to brush? Anyways. Now achievement unlocked. Yomigami, and learn how to use it for rejuvenation. That's interesting. It's not actually capturing the Steam overlay for this game. That's interesting, alright. So then here, we have access to the brush. Anytime you can open this, but most times I know you can open this and paint stuff. You have a limit, though, of your ink pots up here. These are your ink pots. They limit how much you can draw at once. Huh? Somebody used the celestial brush technique while I wasn't looking. Huh? You draw a dot, plant's a little plant. Yeah, it's me. It's me, soon. You got a problem with that? We can't do a whole lot with it right now, but there'll be more to it later. There's a constellation up there. That's the Okami. Well, right then. I'm gonna walk down to the bottom of the hill first before I finish what I was saying there. River of the Heavens. I wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge. By fixing a story river, there's no way you can pull a off stunt like that. Is it gonna make me do this? Okay. So I'm gonna cut it off right there. Next time, we're gonna cross the river and continue in this odd astral plane inside the tree. So, wait, hold on. Do this though. Make a shooting star. And so next time we'll cross the river inside this tree. So until then, my name is ALLOS, also in Session Creations, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching.